know.
I'm your biggest fan.
Oh, thank you. So Hollywood lies to us. Am I the only one who thinks that some of the stuff we see in movies ought to be true?
Yeah.
It's taken me a long time to figure out what's true and what's lie. So I've identified 3 lies. First sight, labor, and newborn. So first sight, you watch a movie, and the way they tell the story, you would think that when you meet your soulmate, you will fall in love at first sight. So they eyes meet across the room, the guy's eyes have a twinkle in them, the girl's hair is blowing in the breeze, there's music in the background. So on my first date with my future husband, it wasn't quite like that. He asked me to go tobogganing. We were at Michigan State, and I said, well, there's no snow on the ground. Can you actually go tobogganing if there's no snow? And they said, well, I'm from Georgia. They tell me I control the sun. I will turn it off. Yeah. 27 inches of snow. It's crazy. The roads were closed. We could not get to the toboggan run. We've still never been tobogganing. So you would think that would have impressed me. I would have said to myself, wow, he really does control the sun. But no, I was just thinking about what I was going to wear. So I grew up in Iowa and Illinois, but I lived in Texas for 6 years, so I was thinking, okay, so it's pretty cold, 27 inches of snow. But I remembered layering, so I wore 3 of everything, 3 hats, 3 pairs of pants, 3 pairs of mittens. So when he saw me the first time, I looked like the Michelin Man, and there was no music in the background. It was months before we stopped dating anyone else after that first date, but it was months before I realized that we didn't fall in love at first sight, but we did fall in love on the first date. Been married 51 years. Thank you. So the next lie is labor. You see all the stories about when a woman goes into labor, the guy panics, he runs out, he forgets the bag, he forgets the wife, he ends up racing down the road, goes back and gets his wife, the police escort him to the hospital. It seems like labor takes about 10 minutes and then they have a baby in their arms. So I should have known that this wasn't exactly true when I started talking to the wife of a guy I worked for in a theater when I was in college. She was talking about when she went into labor, they were opening a new theater, and she went over and told her husband, I'm in labor. And he said, well, it's intermission now, can you wait till the end of intermission? So I asked her, I said, because I have this image in my head of 10-minute labor, I said, so was that a problem? She said, no, you've got hours. Okay, well, that's good. So when I went into labor, my husband was in officer candidate school, so he lived on the base. I lived off base. And my roommate's mother was visiting that day, and she watched me all day long. Finally, she said, when does the hospital close? The doctor's office close, and I said, 4:30. She said, you should go now. Find out if you're in labor, because you don't want to go to the ER in labor. Okay. Labor lasted 5 hours. Actually, that's short. Second kid, labor lasted 13 hours. I have since found out labor actually lasts an average of 11 hours. So where's that 10 minutes they promised us in the movies? So the third story is after labor and newborn. So every time you see a newborn born, they hand it to the mother in the hospital. They put the newborn in the mother's arms. And so, of course, with this image in my head, when my newborn was born, I reached out my hands to take my new baby, and they pulled it back and said, no, you're dirty. I said, I'm dirty. This baby was just born to me. I can't be any dirtier than he is. We both have the same germs. Yeah. It was years later before a nurse finally explained to me what was really going on. She said, no, it's not that you're dirty. I mean, you're going to get germs on him. It said, you have different germs from the other babies in the nursery. And you're going to get if you get your germs on him, then he's going to carry them to the nursery, and that's what they're worried about. So the hospitals finally figured out what to do about this. Movies haven't caught up yet. The hospitals double wrap the babies. So they take off the extra outer wrapping before they take the baby back to the nursery. So, right. So obviously, my idea of how the world works has been influenced by movies. I need to stop watching so many movies. I'm Carol Covin. You can find me on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you.